Hi everyone, my name is Catherine and I'm the human behind Creation Miss Couture. So today in this episode of In the Dye Pan is our second Leave No Dye behind. Uh, so so what's a Leave No Dye? It's basically when you have leftover dyes. Um, so it can be from speckling. I usually have lots of Leave No Dye created by my speckle journey because I don't like using a yarn mop. So what I do is I will line up containers with hot water so I can just dip my gloved fingers in the water so it will clean it up and I can just like carry on with my speckling. And usually it creates very lovely um, pastel colors. Or sometimes it's because the yarn didn't absorb completely the color and the dye in the pot when you're doing a tonal and stuff like that, because there's some colors that will never fully vat, unfortunately. I'm thinking about the like pinks and reds. They have a tendency to just not want to absorb completely, which is it is what it is. You just need to learn which color will be completely absorbed and which color needs more time on the pot in the pot and stuff like that. So in this case, it was a combination of doing some speckles, but also I had some residue in my container when I after I was finished um, after I was finished using this specific dye. So I already had some color left, and I just said might as well just use that same container to clean my gloved fingers and finish off my dye day. So I was left with quite a bit of dye in this situation. So I decided to do a dip dye. What is a dip dye? It's when you dip the skein of yarn in your pot to either do a tonal or to create like a solid color. So in this case, we are doing a tonal variation. So within the same color, we're going to be dipping the color, the skein in the pot to create this fade within the same skein. So when you're going to be knitting with this color, it will give you very subtle tonal variations. So let's get into this. So I will be adding my leftover dye into my pot. So it's just I don't know how many grams of dye there is. I don't know how much we will get. So the important thing here to notice is that I just oh hi Zoe. Is that I just turned on my water. So I always start my tonals with cold tap water. Well, it's not really cold, it's more like room temperature. So that way it allows to the dye to like absorb more evenly. Not evenly, evenly, yeah. And then I don't have any acid just yet because it's for the same reason, is to allow me to have a proper color absorption. So we're going to be dipping. And notice that I'm making sure that I just do it section by section, and you can already see how much color is being absorbed. And the reason why I'm dipping this way is to make sure that the bottom will get the most of the dye and the top will stay clear. So that's why I'm like leaving the top portion on the corner. And now I'm adding my acid. Stir a little bit and then we'll dip slightly more. Shake it a little bit. The reason we dip it that way as well is to open up the skein of yarn to make sure that we will get every little strand inside the skein as well. So we're just going to speed up a little bit this section because I'm just doing the same thing. Dip up and down, up and down, up and down, until at the end I will be, what I'm going to be is that just leave the skein in the pot, and I will let the very little remnant of dye that are left in the dye bath just absorb completely. We will be leaving this on the stove for 30 minutes. So the 30 minutes are up, and you can see that we have a clear dye bath, which is amazing. And here's the final result. You can see that we have a lovely fade of color between the portion that was near the tie wrap. So I'm very happy with that. All right, so here is our finished yarn, and I really like the subtle tonal variation that we have over here. It's very pretty, and it's going to be like giving this grass vibe, which is very nice, and I really like it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you in the next one very soon.